Hello guys, Cristiano here. I am a C programmer, learning all those things that I can. Hit the subscribe button, let a comment, that'll help so much the channel. All my videos, you'll be in a fast mode with explanation. I'll reduce the time to be more precise. And we will face a lot of mistakes and debugs. Everything is calculated, or not. Today the topic will be data structures, and we will start from stack. Stack is a FELO type data structure, which means first in, last out. This data structure is widely used by processor. When you call any function in your program, that's what happens. The processor pushes some registers in the stack before go to the next context, and he pops when the function is over. He's storing the old context. To illustrate that, we have a website called Visual Go. This is the Visual Go phase. You already selected the stack data structure. In the bottom left, we can see some operations that we can perform using this data structure. Let us start with the create function. Just create, but there is no content. Now if you use the push function, a number suddenly shows up, the number 53 in that case. If I press again, a number 12 shows up. If we do again, now 45. If I use the pick function, I get the last pushed number. It was 45, but without removing the data. If I use the pop function, now we get 45, and we can note here the number was removed from the top. These were the basic functions which the stack data structure can perform. We create a header, source, and the test files to implement the stack data structure. In the stack header, we create a hiding struct, which means this struct will be defined inside the source file. In this first version, we'll have a create, push, pop, get size, and destroy functions. In the source file, we paste the functions. We prepare the boilerplate code to replicate to the other functions. We tweak some error messages. We need to define our struct, which contains the stack type, a size, an object size, amount, and a buffer to hold the data. Our stack is generic. We can work with any data. In the create function, we verify the reference, the size, and the object size. To get an stack instance, we need to allocate memory for that. That's why to keep the structure hidden from the user. We have strong allocations here. If the allocation worked, we fill the struct with the args data, and we try to allocate the buffer using the size and an object size. If everything went fine, we have an instance ready to use. If the result wasn't expected, we free the main context. In the push function, we test the data, and if there's any space in the stack, we can copy the bytes to the buffer using the index and the data object. The index reflects the data position, where the data starts and how much bytes must be read, and we increase it by 1. In the pop function, we only can pop a value if there is at least one to get. To get the data from the buffer, we do a pointer math, where we have an address from the buffer, and we use the amount value minus 1, multiplied by object size. Then we can read the data. After the read, we decrease the amount by 1. In the get size, it is easy, because we already have the amount value. We verify if size is a valid address, and we pass the amount to the difference size. In the destroy function, we free the buffer first, and after we can free the context. Going to the text file, we include some headers, and to test, we create a person struct. We create two persons, John and Jane Doe. We create a stack using the person object with 2 slots. We add the stack in the set.h. We push John and Jane. We verify the size if it's really 2. We print the size. Now you try to recover the data from the stack. We pop an object. I forgot here to try to push another to get an error. We print the data, we pop again and check if the stack is 0. We try to pop it again, but we get an error, was expected. And finally, we destroy the stack instance. And you add the file to the build script and create a rule to build the test. We try to compile and we got an error. In the destroy function, I called with 2 arguments. That was my mistake. We try again. Nice. Running directly, we see the values on the screen. That's all for now. I appreciate it if you get here. Don't you forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment and share. Knowledge is not enough. Waiting for more. Bye. See you soon.